Right, welcome back to WB & Sons. We're going to do a quick post-auction review. You see our walk-around videos that we do prior. This is us just being completely transparent on what things have sold for. They're all published on the website anyway, so we're going to have a little quick chat about a few cars, starting off with Lot 107, this Vauxhall Chevette here. We had a massive amount of interest on this car at the start, online and things like that, and it's just proof that the market dictates what things are worth. We can't really undervalue a car in an auction. If there's two people in the room, that's sort of, it's as easy as that really. The car sold for, with fees, everything included, £9,810. The guide on it was £8,000 to £10,000, so it made its guide. It sold on the day on the hammer. We actually sold 76% sale rate at the minute on our sale, which is really good for any auction. We sold 146 cars in total. 80 cars sold on the hammer on Saturday during the auction. The rest were provisional. We've converted those, so now 146 cars sold so far. Lot 30 was this Ford Escort 1.3 GL. Again, a lot of interest in this car with a guide of £67,000. Sold that car, including fees, all the bits and bobs, £7,521. Again, a nice car at that sort of money. On the hammer, sold that one. Lot 39 was this lovely automatic Beetle. Again, with it being automatic, nobody really knew what the car was going to do. We haven't had one before, so it was sort of anyone's guess. It was here, no reserve. I had a lot of interest on the car on this one, and that sold with the fees at £6,160. Lot 12 is this lovely Humber Hawk, again with a guide of 3.5 to 4.5 on that. On the hammer, away it goes at £5,643. Apologies with the halls being sort of cramped. We're 2 days after auction. We've got 145 cars to get out and then another 145 in for the next sale. So this is why the halls are a little bit messy. We've just got to cram them in, get them out, and then on to the next sale. This lovely Fiat here with a guide of 7,500 to 8,500. Actually, the second time we've had this car in. The last sale, it didn't really gauge a lot of interest. And again, proof that the market peaks and troughs as it does, and nobody really knows what's going to sell and how it's going to sell. But second time round, this car, £7,840, sold and away it goes. The 1934 Triumph Gloria didn't meet reserve on Saturday. You're going to get that, you can't sell them all. We don't publish our results till the Friday for the reason being that we have a deal on the table on this car and we're 100% sure that we're going to actually get it done and sold. So that's why we don't actually publish results online till the Friday. As soon as the auction ends and people leave, we're on the phone till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night doing a lot of provisional deals, converting them into sales, and this will be another one. It can take 3 or 4 days toing and froing with the vendor and with the new buyer of the car. So that's why we don't publish till Friday, but like I say, the deal's on the table on that and we're a couple of pennies away. This Subaru Impreza is one owner from new. You would have seen it on our walk-around video. A massive amount of interest in this car. Again, something that we couldn't really predict on what it was going to make because you're not going to find another one. We guided this car at £15,000 to £18,000. With the fees, it's done a nice £24,920. So again, like I say, you just don't know what they're going to do till the day. Who said pre-war stuff was dead? As you can see, I'm standing in a gap. On auction day, there was a lovely Ruby here, Austin Ruby, stood here at a guided £4,000 to £5,000. The car walked its reserve on the hammer. It sold for £6,722, collected on Saturday of day of the auction, and the new buyer drove it all the way home as a happy man. We're happy, again the seller's happy, and we'll move on to the next one. It was a good day if you were buying Jaguars on Saturday. This lovely E-Type with a guide of £22,000 to £26,000. I'm checking my sheet here, and again that sold out the door £31,175. Where James is standing here, there was a lovely Jaguar XK140. Again, we had a 40 to 45,000 on that. That car walked away out the door at 54,500, locally bought to be used every day as well. So that's always a nice story. But like I say, what a great day it was for the big Jags. Mark II Jaguar, again, a guide of £12,000 to £16,000 on that. Out the door at 18,802. We had a couple of XJs outside, the later model cars. There was a lovely one owner from new there. The guide of that, I think, was 2,000 to 3,000. That's out the door at 4,568. It's not all like that every sale. You know, it varies. Some things haven't sold, and some things, like I say, the deal's still on the table. Lot 65 was this lovely patinaed Series 1 Land Rover with a guide of £10,000 to £15,000. It didn't actually make reserve on auction day. Where we differ from other auction houses is we've actually done a deal with our fees. We jiggle things around and we can get a deal done. The car sold in the end at £10,082. The buyer's happy, the seller's happy, and we're happy. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. It does take some work to get these, and like I say, we have to jiggle fees sometimes to get a deal done, but we're all about selling. That's why we're sold 75%. As you can see, I'm standing in a nice big gap where we get these cars out, ready for our next sale, which is on the 6th of December. Like I say, we've sold 76%, 80 cars on the hammer. We've converted the rest, so we've sold 146 cars in total. That will be 150 by the end of the week. We publish all of our results, good or bad. They'll all be online on Friday for you to have a look at. Like I say, we don't just pick and choose the best ones. Some cars don't sell, they run through another auction, like the Fiat. We'll sell them the next time around.
Our final results for October 25, 192 entries, of which we sold 152, giving us an 80% sale rate. Join us on the 6th of December for our final sale of the year.